Hi everyone, it's the man with a capital M here, and today I'm going to be talking about the J. Crew leather men's plaque belt. Now the reason that I came to do a video on this is twofold. The first one is that I've owned the brown plaque belt since graduating from college, almost 7 years, and I've loved it ever since I got it. So that actually led me to write an article on this belt called Why I Love the J. Crew Men's Plaque Belt, and that appeared on manwithacapitalm.com a little while ago and had a really positive response. The second reason I wanted to do a video on this belt kind of follows from the first one. So I do keep track of how people find manwithacapitalm.com, and it turns out that a lot of people search for the term leather men's plaque belt or J. Crew plaque belt or something to that effect, and that leads them to my article. So I thought, hey, there's obviously interest in this. There's not very much on YouTube in the way of reviews or overviews of this particular belt, so I thought this would make a great topic on which to do a video. So a little bit more background on how I came to getting my first one. It was May of 2006. I was just coming out of school, and I really wanted something a little bit more elegant than what I had at the time. So I did some searching, and I remember being immediately taken by the one on J. Crew's website. I think there was also a Ralph Lauren one at the time that was going for about $350. And obviously wasn't going to spend that much money right out of college. So the fact that there was something so nice, so simple, that was a fraction of the price of the Ralph Lauren one just really drew me to it almost instantly. So in terms of how the belt is put together, you can see that it gets its name from this metallic plaque here that's very nicely machined, and you can see the center part here. On my belt it's just very nicely worn, but you could definitely engrave that if you wanted to. It's then connected to the leather strap with this little kind of flexible connection here, and then of course you have the leather itself, which is a beautiful soft brown leather in this particular case. Now on a regular belt you probably know that there's a buckle and there's notches, and you cinch up the belt that way. Well, in this case it's a little bit different. So what you do is you actually slide the belt through and pull it in. So it's very clean in that way because there's no buckle, there's no holes, nothing. And so the way that the belt is actually held in place is that you have not only the stiffness of the leather, but you've also got kind of a frictional effect which keeps it in place. So you can see that if I try and tug on it this way, it doesn't come out. So the way that you actually have to remove it is you make a right angle here, and that will allow you to pull it out smoothly. Now one of the things that you'll see is that because of that frictional effect, the leather gets this really nice wear pattern. I mean, this is definitely something that has gotten softer as I've worn it. And the fact that I've had it for 7 years and I've worn it almost every day since then is really pretty remarkable. It not only sort of kind of points the durability of this belt, but it just also shows how versatile it is. I mean, I've worn it with jeans, I've worn it with chinos, I've worn it with shorts in the summer. Pretty much any time you have anything brown on your feet, you can wear this and it just looks awesome. I think one of the ways that you can really see how popular and how highly regarded this belt is that GQ actually pretty much features this almost every issue. So they have it on their models in all types of situations. They've endorsed it by itself. They've also for a while I think had a GQ distressed version they were selling on the J. Crew website. So just really all kinds of high praise for this belt coming from everywhere, and I would say it's really well deserved. I like the brown one so much that I ended up getting the black one to wear with some of my work clothes since I was wearing a lot of black shoes. And it's basically the exact same thing. One of the things that I kept on this one is the Made in the USA tag. So it's really nice. I mean, this is a great product. It's made in the USA. As I've always said, Made in the USA definitely stands for quality and well-made and long-lasting goods. And this definitely, I mean, it just reinforces that. And it's great to see that J. Crew is making some of their stuff in the United States. There are a couple things that I think maybe aren't perfect about the belt. I mean, I can definitely live with them because everything else is so great. But there's a few things that you should be aware of. The first is that the leather definitely will stretch out and bow a bit if you wear it a lot. So you can kind of see in this particular belt there's a little bit of a curve going on here. And it doesn't seem like a big deal, but when you've got it in the belt loops, you can kind of see it's coming away from the belt loops and tends to dip down a little bit. So it's definitely noticeable. The other thing is that, you know, because the leather will soften and the belt isn't notched, it will loosen as it gets older. So don't use this if you're trying to hold up a pair of pants. I mean, it is more for kind of a fashion effect and just to keep things put together, but it will loosen, and you will find yourself readjusting it over the course of the day. That's kind of I guess a consequence of the design, but like I said, it's really nothing to tell. It's nothing that's going to cause me to tell you not to buy this. I mean, this is just a really great product. I don't know what took me so long to buy the black version, but once you got the brown and the black versions, you've pretty much covered yourself for almost everything that you could possibly wear, and you almost could conceivably say that you don't really need any more belts past that point. The fact that I paid 50 bucks for it 7 years ago and it's still just under $50 is pretty remarkable also. So for $100, you're gonna get two belts that really could last you a lifetime, and will go with pretty much all your outfits. So at that, looking at it that way, it's just a steal. Definitely two of the favorite things that I have in my closet. Like I said, I wear them every day. GQ endorses them highly. So if you're looking for a very simple way to dress yourself up and make your outfits just look that much more put together, you really cannot go wrong with the J. Crew Plaque Belt. It's highly recommended, and you should get both.